There's a few different kind of documentaries, and I kind of view them as like scripted and unscripted documentaries. All the ones I've done were unscripted. I just basically, I knew what the subject was going to be. I knew what it was going to be about. And how I structured it is I had a list of questions I wanted answered. So it was kind of like I learned as I did the documentary. And so each person I interviewed had specific questions, and they would answer them. And then I'd interview somebody else who knew a slightly different aspect of whatever the documentary was about. So, I would just have questions answered by people. And then when I edit it together, I would find the similar threads, and it would all kind of, fall together how I, envisioned it to be. But it wasn't scripted. I may have had an outline like, interview this person, and this person, but I didn't really know exactly what they were going to say. I didn't know exactly how it was going to get together until I started editing the project. But some people like to have, an edited, like scripted documentary. They like to write it ahead of time, particularly if there's going to be voiceovers. That needs to be scripted. And that's kind of a whole different thing where you're actually following a script. You need this particular shot and this shot, and you need to interview this person saying a specific thing. So, it's not as open. You're kind of more directing the documentary much more than if you do an unscripted one. So, no way is really the right way. It kind of depends on your style, kind of what what fits the documentary. Like, for example, if you're doing a documentary about animals or the environment, I'm sure you need some type of voiceover because, it doesn't like you could interview the animals. So, again, it just depends on what your project is.